So today I'm here with Imperial Triumphant. First, thank you for the interview. My first question is, how was your creative process for Spirit of Ecstasy?
Take two, what was that?
Yeah. How was the creative process for the album Spirit of Ecstasy?
How was it?
Yeah.
The creative process was very organic, traditional to Imperial Triumphant methods, which is anything goes, basically. And some songs, individuals in the band will write the entirety of it. Some songs, people will just come in with an idea and we'll jam it out. And then some songs are very loosely under-rehearsed on purpose so that we can capture a live moment in the studio. So pretty much anything goes when it comes to writing for us.
Okay. How do you link the architecture medium to music medium, especially for the case of Art Deco? How do you link those two mediums?
Well, Art Deco is very New York, and so we draw a lot from the city that we are from and that we spend a lot of time in. And it's also connected to a lot of ancient things and themes that we dive into. So I feel like I think it's a good mix with the sounds that we make.
Also, the Art Deco movement is very much about involving, exotic materials and fine detail and very extravagant presentation. And I feel like musically, we're doing as much as we can to present a maximalist sonic landscape of avant-garde death metal.
Okay. Why did you choose Matty Fall for the cover of your album?
Who?
Matty Fall for the cover of Spirit of Ecstasy.
Oh, Mammy?
Yeah. Sorry.
She was a friend of a friend, very talented, very kind model who lent us her looks for the day, and I think we wanted to go with something. I guess in the summer, Steve and I, we were visiting a Gustav Klimt exhibit, and we kind of got inspired by the idea of doing something Art Deco Klimt.
Yeah, we looked at some. It led us down the path. We also saw some old photos in another exhibit that was in the same museum that were of this kind of time that really fit in with the whole vibe of it. So, and the whole Spirit of Ecstasy thing being the Rolls Royce hood ornament representing extreme luxury and loftiness. I feel like that's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah.
When you composed, do you have a special state of mind?
Kenny?
What was the question?
When we compose, do we have a special state of mind?
You mean as individuals?
Yeah.
I can only speak personally, but certainly, yeah. I tend to be a very hyper-focused person, so I can sit down and with a piece of paper and an instrument or a computer or whatever, and just do that for a day or two straight, But that's just where I go. But we're all approach that very differently. So if you mean personally.
Yeah, obviously it's different for all three of us. I like to eat a giant plate of brisket and then get the creative juices flowing, Zach?
I'm more of a burnt ends guy. I go with the burnt ends, and then all of a sudden the song's flowing out of me. It's a surefire method. Hasn't let me down yet.
In your last album, we have a song called Bezumnaya. I'm sorry for the pronunciation.
That's right.
That's right.
Nailed it.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. This word, this Russian word, I guess, have many meanings, but we can classify that in madness, I think. How do you translate this word in your song?
No, you're right. It means madness, and the song is very inspired by like the story of this, I think 1959. What's that?
Dyatlov
Pass
Pass
story, which takes place in Russia. So we were like, okay, we'll do the lyrics in Russian, and it'll be.
Was it 59? I can't remember when it was.
I think it was 59.
I thought it was later.
It could have been the 60s, like 61 or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, the idea was to combine this story with sort of a Lovecraftian songwriting method. And madness is a huge theme in both of those worlds, and it just seemed like appropriate.
Yeah, and if anyone is not familiar with that tale, it's a crazy story that is basically still unresolved and a mystery, so it might be fun to look into. Also, Kenny always takes all my coffee.
On the song Metro Vertigo, you link the city's progress, plutocracy, with Baal. Can you explain me the meaning of this song? This is your version of future?
May I? Well, the thing is, we live in a plutocracy. If we look around, that's what we're in, right? I would say on a global scale. And although there are different countries and different gods and different religions, it seems to be, if the further you zoom out, the more it really just is a pyramid, and it's a 100% plutocracy. So, and Baal is a very ancient god who was gold. So I feel like, I think we all feel like that's kind of a strong connection.
And Steve, you also do some stuff in cinema as director, I say on web. You also direct the clips of the band. Can you tell me more about that, being director?
Well, I directed some of them. We have a lot of people, a lot of creative people that we work with. I also am a filmmaker, so these guys let me have fun and indulge in that world, also doing some of the videos for us.
Can you tell me more about your creation as a filmmaker?
I mean, we just kind of go with the flow, whatever the song is. We try to think of something, we did one that was an homage to the film Taxi Driver, which is a great piece of cinema from the 1970s, of the American golden era of cinema. And we just wanted to catch that vibe, so we try to just catch different moods, I'll say. We did one in Los Angeles, that was cool. We went out to the desert, But I mean, that's kind of the deal.
To stay in cinema, I saw some of your T-shirts with Metropolis from Fritz Lang, or Clockwork Orange from Stanley Kubrick.
Oh yeah, well, we like to steal from the best.
Yeah. So this piece of cinema inspired you in your aesthetic or in your composition too?
Why not both?
Yeah, definitely the whole thing.
Both?
The whole thing, yeah.
Who designed your mask, and how was the conception of it?
Well, the mask was designed, it was kind of a very long process. A friend of Zachary's first sketched the mask, if I'm remembering this correctly, right guys?
The guy who did our logo.
Right, the artist who did our logo. And then we had another friend of ours who did a 3D modeling of it. It was really a long process. And then finally we were able to figure out how to get it 3D printed, which is insane. And then we decided how to finish it, and we really just thought it looked cool.
I will ask you an open question now. What is your own definition of an artist?
Hmm.
That's a tough, interesting question. Each one of us answer, maybe?
Yeah, that would be better.
Kevin, why don't you rock and roll?
An artist is just someone who finds himself, and that's why that word is so overused, because that's an extremely rare thing to see in this species. There's not many examples of it, and the ones that are often shown as such aren't really it. They're just, we're told that that's it, but that's a lie. It's all a big lie.
I think an artist is someone who sort of feels the need to create. And I think whether you're a good artist or not a good artist, that's a different story. But, if you just get this urge, like, all right, I got to drop everything I'm doing and I got to make this thing, whether it's a sculpture or it's a drawing or a song, or you could be an artist in anything, really. Just the drive, maybe.
I think an artist is someone who feels the need to communicate to, humanity, to people, to connect, but except on a level that's maybe, a little bit above regular conversation, or, without some of with less of the biases that we have, in the direct conversations. And it's obviously very subjective, and I think that there are many books by great creative people that have each of them have their own definition of what an artist is.
So do you have any last words for who listeners?
Thanks so much for checking out our music, supporting the record, the new one, Spirit of Ecstasy. We got new stuff coming out this year, so keep your ears to the ground and keep coming out to shows, supporting live music. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we're coming to a town near you.
Thank you.